Yay! Wow. How amazing is this? As the unmanifest appearing as face on a screen, talking to itself in a dream that's not happening. And this doesn't need anything to be what it is already. You can't attain this because you are this. This beingness, this aliveness that you are is indescribable, is infinite, is the screen from which the images appear and disappear, dancing with yourself on this screen of awareness that you are, that's prior to words, prior to concepts, prior to consciousness, appearing as consciousness, making love to yourself through every sensation, appearing as everything. And who am I? Who am I has no answer. This feeling, this felt sense of being alive, of being it's indescribable. Prior to mind, yet appearing as mind. Appearing as a dream. What you are is beyond words, appearing as words. And it's already done. It's already this. There's nothing to attain or get. It's too self-evident. It's too obvious. It's so easy and obvious that it can easily be overlooked. And you as this silent awareness, uninvolved, untouched by what's not even happening, can easily identify with the finite sensations, which is just beautifully perfect and just part of this miraculous dance with yourself as God. So this conscious presence that already is, it just is. It's palpable. It's too obvious. It's too easy. It's too self-evident. And it can be seen, or it can be obvious or recognized that this is the screen from which everything's appearing and disappearing. This is the unmanifest that you are. And then it can be seen that it's literally everything. This is the unmanifest. This is the absolute. There is no duality. Everyone knows that they are. It's already done. That's it. It's too easy. There is no one more or less enlightened or more self-realized. This is already realized. Everything's already enlightened. There is no enlightenment. And the most magical part is it's not even happening. It's just amazing. Like a dream at night. Not happening. Timeless. Over before it begins. And you, as the invisible, unmanifest, appearing as sensations dancing on a screen that you are, this pure awareness that is everything. What else could it be but a celebration of total aliveness? And what is this without being aware of it? It wouldn't appear to exist. You are the source of what's happening, what's appearing to happen, dancing with yourself. You are the substratum from which everything appears. Every sensation, which is all mental sensation, mental projection. It's all imaginary. And it's completely still, unchanging, permanent. And then you're like, wow, it's always been this. How easy it was to overlook. It was just too obvious. It was so easy for you as this pure awareness to focus solely on identifying with the thought or the avatar, the character, and get lost in the dream. It was so easy, but so perfect because that's this already. Nothing needs to happen for this to be. It just is. It's the looking for it. It's the longing. It's everything. You're everything, which is no thing. And it can be anything. And just like in deep sleep, where you as pure awareness are not conscious of yourself, you're singular, you're all alone. But through this dream of consciousness, imagining what you're not as form, as concepts, qualities, you can sense what you are, and you can explore this infinite aliveness, this empty potential that can be anything, is everything. So there's no bridging the gap from absolute to relative. The absolute is the relative. This is the absolute. It's every movement, it's every sound, it's every taste. Let's see, I might read something. What is it like to be when you aren't? I am. That's what it's like to be. This, that which is appearing, is the unmanifest that you are. Yeah, so I sent this in our group yesterday, but I'll read it again. The question, who am I, doesn't have an answer. It's a pointing, and it hits the target of your true self too easy and effortlessly. This is prior to mine, a directly and experientially felt sense that you are, that you exist, prior and beyond conceptual computation, as this pure conscious presence. The mind can innocently look for a thought confirming and understanding this eternal beingness that you are. But there are no thoughts. This is beyond mind appearing as mind. That's why the word feeling, like my beautiful friend Jack says all the time and repeats, it's like, oh my God, that's the fucking word. Feeling is helpful in inquiring. This is sensed and not thought of. When it's recognized, which, like Sailor Bob says, has always been cognized. This original face that you are, that's always been and never leaves you, but was covered up by innocently identifying and only paying attention to thoughts and finite and personal sensations that arose in you as pure consciousness. It's seen that you've always been home. Everything is this already in disguise as something. Conceptual images projected onto the screen that you are, that's untouched yet pervading what's appearing to happen. So I love it. That's why I call it a love story. It's always been home. It's always this. And this this silent awareness that you are, this conscious presence that has no words, that's prior to thoughts, that just is. It can be so obvious that that's what this is. It's not separate from this. This isn't physical or tangible or really happening. This is pure consciousness. This is pure awareness. And nothing's actually happening, and there's no separation. This, everything that's appearing to happen, is you as the screen dancing as everything. And it's so beautiful too, because when there's that focusing on the feeling, I exist, I am, I'm alive, without thoughts. It's so obvious that this that you are is unaffected by what's appearing to happen. You're not even in the movie. Completely untouched, untainted, immaculate. And this play that you're illuminating, pervading, is not even happening. Like a dream at night. How obvious and too simple it is, revealing the screen that you are, the substratum, the sentience from which the images dance, by focusing on the feeling I am without thought. This palpable essence is the lover that never left you. Yes. So it's too easy. That's the thing. It's just, and there's no words to describe, because this is beyond words appearing as words. And then there can innocently be a thought arising in you as pure consciousness, just like innocently arising, that's not happening to you. It's just empty potential arising as thought. There can be a thought that says, well, I need some kind of proof, or it needs to be a belief or a concept or a thought, or I need to understand this intellectually. And that's this too. And it's also just can innocently, you know, latch onto that thought or identify with that thought that it's somewhere in a future that doesn't exist. And then it can be obvious, wow, this is already this, this pure presence, this beingness that has no words. It is beyond concept. It is beyond mind. It's not a thought. It's not a belief. It's not a concept. And it's just already this. And there was nowhere to get to. There was nothing that needed to be attained. I couldn't get outside of it to attain it. I am it. Yay. So we can chat in the chat box or unmute or whatever you want. Talk about anything, everything, nothing. Raj, are you talking? I couldn't hear you. It's on mute. There we go.
I was clearing my throat.
Oh, funny.
so, the I am meditation, the I am, it is very clear to me. I am is not a thought. It is just a feeling of I exist.
Yeah.
Which I cannot deny. I can deny, I may doubt everything, that it is an illusion, that nothing exists. But I cannot doubt my own existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So,
You know
so
what you know that you are.
how do we meditate on the I am existence, on the I am? Do we just go on focusing on the I am, why I am, I exist, on the feeling, on this feeling? Do we go on like that?
Yeah. Okay, I'll talk about Nisargadatas and then the way I did it, and then also this is it already. So everything's Zion meditation. Washing dishes, going for a run. It just, I guess you could say this is just words, but it's like louder than so the silence is louder than anything else or something, or it's like too obvious that you're the screen from which everything's appearing as this. So then it's like this stillness, and this is like almost in the foreground or something instead of in the background. But Nisargadatta, kept repeating, focus on the feeling I am prior to thought, without thought, the sensation I exist. And it just instantly hits the target. It's quick, it's fast, it's like too easy. And then it just becomes obvious that you are this unmanifest from which everything's appearing as manifest. You are the pot of Brahman appearing as Brahman. And it's the same, it's not separate. So the moving of the hand is the unmanifest that you are. It's everything. And this isn't actually happening. So the way that I did it, it was like I asked myself, am I alive? I'd close my eyes and be like, am I alive? Do I exist? And it was like, hit the target. Um, Also, like, what's perceiving this? What's aware of this? Those were all my favorite. Um, but yeah, it just becomes, it's just like too obvious or too already, already being this, which is self-evident that it just could easily be overlooked, and easily mistaken for the character, for solely being the character. And then that appeared to create a illusory division. And so Yeah, just like in deep sleep. So this is deep sleep while awake. It's like you are the absolute. And it's so cool how, just like in a dream at night, everything's just spontaneously unfolding, like watching a movie that you've never seen. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just a surprise and it's wild. And then there's this being in awe of it all. It's like you're uninvolved with the movie, illuminating the movie. And and you are the screen from which the images dance. That's going nowhere. That just always is eternally and was never born and never dies. And you're like, wow, this has always been this. I was just overlooking it and it was just so easy. It was too easy. But how playful and beautiful is that? That's why I call it a love story. It's beautiful because it's all total perfection. It couldn't have happened any other way. It's just amazing. I dreamt that I was trapped in a building for ages, and I thought, what does this represent? It represents enlightenment. There is no building, and then I kissed someone. That's awesome. This is the same as the dream at night. It's just as wild and fun and amusing and it's not happening to you. What's happening is you as the unmanifest appearing to happen, not even happening. So then there's no difference between pleasure and pain. It's all equally blissful sensations appearing and disappearing. And what's perceiving it? What is it without perceiving it? Like in deep sleep. So through this conscious dream, you just are. And how can this be separate? It's just, it can't be. Mhm.
In one of your message chat, I I see that you were talking about the Libet experiment,
Which one?
Libet experiment.
Oh, I didn't catch that word. I'm sorry. Something experiment.
Yeah, yeah, but it is about you do not. It is about the before. Suppose I raise my hand 7 seconds before raising my hand,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
my the neurons have already has taken the decision to lift the hand,
Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool?
and it was Libet who discovered this, the first person to make the experiment.
Mm-hmm.
So we call it the Libet experiment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. It can be so obvious that the body is just doing itself. No one's doing it. It's just like on autopilot. There's no doer, there's no one in the body. And yeah, those when you as pure awareness is is like innocently there's identification with the character and the body solely is being that finite sensation. Um, there can be that, you know, 7 seconds later delayed thought, I did that.
Yeah.
The body gets up and goes to get a glass of water, and then 7 seconds later, I got the glass of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not even in the movie. The whole thing is wild.
But who is doing? If I am not the doer, if Raj is not the doer, who is the doer? For me, it is the consciousness, the God, the source, the Brahman or Par Brahman, who is the doer.
You are Pada Brahman.
So it is who is a doer? It is the impersonal consciousness who is the doer, or the universe. You know Frank Yan, the Chinese.
Hmm?
Frank Yan.
Oh, I haven't heard of him. Yeah. No.
I will send you a video because he's amazing.
Oh, cool. I love it.
Yeah, what he said is Raj is not the doer, the whole universe is a doer.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
It's just one totality appearing to function as a whole,
yeah.
and it's just appearing to do itself, and it's miraculous. It's
So
yeah.
the doer is not a personal Raj. It is an impersonal consciousness.
Yeah, there is no individual Raj.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And there's not even characters. It's amazing. It's just it's imagined concept appearing in the dream. Hmm.
That's it. God dreaming us.
But you are God dreaming. You are
I am part. Yeah.
God. No separate God, yeah.
Do you know the holographic universe?
Yeah, someone sent me the PDF. I haven't read it yet.
So the holographic universe, it means everything contains every other thing.
Oh, yeah.
So even in a grain of sand, you have the
Yes.
whole universe in it. Every atom contains a whole universe.
Yeah, because everything is you as the infinite disguised as grain of sand. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the book, The Holographic Universe, but yeah, I know what you're saying. That's awesome. Yeah, it's everything. It's everything. It's everything. It's infinite. And like a dream, it's not real. It's not. But this is the natural reality that you are as the unmanifest appearing as this, not separate. So the body that's appearing, the bodies that are appearing, is the bodiless, infinite, invisible, formless that you are.
If I am not the doer, then it also means that we have no free will. The individual, the individual has no free will.
Yeah,
Is it?
there's a separate individual.
Has no free will.
It's just all, you could say, like flow, all divine will. It's all just flowing,
Divine will. Yeah.
happening. Like the dream at night that's just happening, you
Yeah.
know?
So when I read about the new free will stuff, then being a Hindu, I know very well about the reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Then immediately I reason, if you have no free will, then the whole theory of reincarnation breaks down, because reincarnation presupposes that you're responsible for your acts. You do something bad, so you will reap something bad in future lives or in this life. But if I'm not a doer, if I'm not responsible, if
Yeah.
everything is autopilot, automatic, then there is no karma. There cannot be
Yeah.
reincarnation,
Yeah.
as
There
in
is no
the
karma.
as in the Hindu interpretation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plus no time. So how could that, you know?
Yeah, no time.
And you're already unborn, deathless. And but it's all beautiful because it's all a fairy tale or it's all make believe because it's like in the dream it's like resonance, like a radio station. So you resonate on something and you bring evidence of it or you prove it. So it's all malleable and playful and changeable. And so if you resonate on that idea or that concept of karma, then you can innocently project that mentally, imaginary, because it's all mental. And so then you'll bring evidence of that, and then you'll attract punishment for yourself for behaviors and stuff. But it's just all playful. It's like if you don't resonate on that and you're like, there's no such thing as karma, well, then there's no such thing as karma because you're God. You're God. It's meaningless. It has, and it's empty potential. It only has meaning if you give it meaning. It's like the sugar pill. Like everything's the sugar pill or the placebo effect. It's like playful. So there can be innocent beliefs attached to or identified with that there's bringing evidence of, and which is just total perfection. It's beautiful and God's playground. Leela, Leela.
Did you see your own past life?
Did I see my past life?
Yeah.
No, I couldn't even figure out if this was a life or something. I remember not even, it was hard for me to even know who this person was because it was always changing. And yeah, so there was already not like a solid idea of identity anyway. But what about you? Are you, what were you going to say about, what are
No,
you,
I'm not I'm not that advanced to be able to do that. But I just want
advanced? There's,
um,
yeah, there's no
but,
advance though.
but just I want to say, in India there are many people who remember their past lives, and what they say, and this is proved by researchers that they are not lying.
But that's what I'm saying. You can bring proof of everything. It's like the observer effect or like the, you know what I mean? Like you have you resonate and then you magically render because you're magic. So you can prove anything. That's the thing. And when time and space is not fundamental, then like the body is not conscious. There isn't even a brain that exists. There's it's all it's all make believe. Isn't that great? That's totally
And
free.
and also, how you will explain kids who has special talents,
That's
like
yeah.
music. They are small kids
Mhm.
playing music like expert.
Yeah, there appears to be these unique personalities and qualities being expressed that are just so cool. It's like you as the infinite exploring infinite potential in a dream, you know? What is it like to be a child prodigy? Or what is it like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, like my 18-year-old's like this math genius that blows my freaking mind. He's like doing PhD math and not hasn't even graduated high school yet. So yeah, but you are infinite intelligence. So you are infinite. You are empty potential appearing as anything, everything. So you have infinite capacity. And in dreaming yourself as everything, you're only as limited as you resonate to be.
One non-duality teacher said that to explain these the kids who have special talents, for example, or people who remember the past lives, before coming, before taking birth, they download, they download these events, these memories from the Akashic record, for example, they just download
Mm-hmm.
all this information in order to in order to live the life they have decided in advance. So they
Uh-huh.
just download it. So there is no reincarnation.
So cool. Yeah, there's
They download it. This is what they are saying. What some speakers are saying. Yeah. So the child prodigy, he just download that before
yeah,
coming, before being born.
that's
The
hilarious. I use the word download all
reincarnation.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, all of this, where the fuck is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? There's no premeditated thought on what is being said. It's just happening. It's just
Yeah.
spontaneously happening. Everything's like channeled, you know, it's just happening.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah, it's and just like in a dream at night, you don't know what's gonna be said in 5 minutes or what you're gonna think in 5 minutes or what you're gonna do. There is no doer. There is no planning this out. This is empty potential appearing as what's appearing. And what's appearing is infinite, is what's being longed for. It's
So
beautiful.
everything is perfect just as it is.
It is,
So
yeah.
so Ginny getting an item is perfect. Raj
Getting
getting not get
getting a what? What did you say?
Ginny. How do we call it? Ginny?
Oh, Jenny. I
Jenny.
actually love it when you call me Jenny, though. You can totally call me Jenny.
Jenny. Okay. Jenny getting an item right is perfect. Raj not getting an item right, but
What?
understand, but
No, there's no.
understand.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, but you're already enlightened. There's nothing to get. There's not even a Jenny.
Okay. And then you have people who are seeking but not finding anything, still not surrendering. That is perfect. And people not interested in that. It is perfect.
Yeah,
Who are
totally perfect.
criminal, who are rapists, who are
Hmm.
torturers. All this is perfect.
Yeah, it's all God's dream, and you are God. Isn't
Yeah,
that
yeah,
cool?
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a dream at night. It's not even happening, and it's just spontaneously appearing to unfold, and it's completely divine and total perfection. It's whole already. You can't get separate from this. You are this. You are this the source of this. I mean, what is it without without you being aware of it. You are the source of it. You're rendering this right now.
I am the source of it, but this information has been blocked by the universe. It has been blocked that, so it seems that I am not the source of it.
Has been blocked. No, it hasn't been blocked. Yeah. The just like what we were talking about before, where it's just too easy. This pure beingness without thought, this total conscious presence, this feeling of sentience. That's it. That's it. It's too easy. You already got it. It's already done. That's all there is. It's case closed. That's it. There's nothing more to get. We ramble on and on and on, and it can layer up and seem like added stories and concepts and everything, but it's way too simple. And then it can, like I was saying, it can be mistaken for identifying with the avatar or identifying with the thought, this can't be it. It needs to be a spiritual awakening. It needs to be a profound spiritual experience. I need to have an explosive orgasm. I need to, it can, that, but where's that thought coming from? What is that thought? You are the substratum from which that thought is arising. So it's just innocently appearing to happen, and you are untouched by everything. You are the absolute already. So that thought, it's just playful. It's beautiful. It is you as the infinite appearing as thought, and it's completely harmless and has nothing to do with what's appearing to happen. And so you can just see that, oh my gosh, that's just an innocent impersonal thought arising in what I am as the substratum from which everything's appearing and disappearing, this total silent awareness, this pure presence, this pure beingness that I am, this thought. So then it just doesn't touch you anymore. It's like you don't identify with those thoughts. And I will mention that just like unplugging a fan where it's still oscillating, the thought can still, even after it's obvious that this is already it, this pure aliveness, this presence that you don't need to explain because it already is everything, and that you are that, and you can never die, and you're not what you thought you were. You're not the character. You're not the finite sensations that appear and disappear. You're appearing as that. You're not separate from that. You're dancing as that in the dream or the imagination. But you don't identify. Okay, so then like the fan being unplugged, the thought can still arise because was habitually happening for, a while. And so that it could come up again and be like, this can't be it. It's got to be, I got to know it, or it needs to be a concept that I can understand. And then it's like, oh my God, no, it's not a concept. And then you're like, oh my God, you're it too. Cute little thought. I want to squeeze your cheeks, little thought. And it's just playful. And then these thoughts all come home and they're all like, oh, come on, let me give you a hug. Even like old fears or something, or I have a different perspective of fear. I think fear is the intuition alarm system alerting that this isn't separate. But when things that you were afraid of or something that you repressed, those can come up too. It's like a homecoming, you could say. That can appear to happen. anything can appear to happen. It's not one way or the other, it's every way, because it's infinite. But I'm just saying that there's the thoughts, the dialogue quiets. It's not loud like it was, or it's not resisted. So then, because what you resist persists. So when it's not resisted and it's allowed to be as it is, or everything's welcome because it's all you, you're not afraid of it. It's playful. Then those innocent, beautiful thoughts that are doubting, or which was just the imagination abstracting from resistance, which is refusal to accept this as it and search for something else other than this. When that is not resisted and nothing is just allowed to be, nothing fucks with you anymore, basically. And if it does, then that's it too. You can't escape it. You are it. But there's no Jenny that's enlightened and no someone else that isn't. It's all enlightened. You know that you are. That's self-evident. You can't escape that. But that innocent thought that's not happening to you, that's just playfully arising as the substratum that you are, just innocently arising, that says, well, someone else got it, so I want to get what they got. Or, I mean, that can totally, and like I was saying before with the imagination, abstraction, or rendering, it resonates on that, and then it brings evidence of it's somewhere else. It's something I need to attain, and then I hid from myself by looking for myself. I hid from myself by already being everything. So the looking is it. What's being looked for is the one looking.
That means because when they give satsang, they imply that this is a goal to get enlightenment. So the seekers chase. This
That's
is
an
what they
Yeah,
chase.
that's the
So
problem.
they
That's the playful. Let me just go ahead and say playful, because it's all divinely unfolding and it's not even really happening, and you're not even in the dream. The dream's not even happening, but how beautiful is that? God looking for itself in a dream, and that's what I was saying, was like that innocent thought that's not happening to you, that's just appearing as the empty potential that you are, just appearing as thought in pure consciousness, which is just appearing and disappearing and didn't even happen, that says someone else awakened. I want to be awakened like them. That appears to be the dilemma. It's like, uh, but it's also not a dilemma because it's total perfection, which, yeah, it just contradicts itself. But it's that's the futility of looking for yourself and already being yourself. And that's the joke. That's when you can laugh, and be like, oh my gosh, it was already this. What was I looking for? Yay! It's perfect though. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect. I mean, all of it. The story that didn't happen, it's like the identification with the trauma or the pain or the feeling finite, or it's also stunning. It's absolutely stunning and perfect. Like playing hide and seek with yourself. Yeah, it's too obvious. And then the mind can innocently, the thoughts can come in. Yeah, but, yeah, but, yeah, but. I love the meme of the dog and the squirrel, where the dog's like, squirrel. That's what it can appear innocently with you as pure awareness, like with a thoughts. And it's like, and then it's like, that's happening to me. That's I'm just that finite thought. But I'm everything. I'm none of this. I'm not even in the movie. I'm illuminating everything that's in the dream. Yet prior to it, prior to consciousness, prior to I am appearing as I am, like in deep sleep, what are you? There's something that knows.
I was talking with a teacher on Zoom. She said she had a friend, and the friend had a daughter. The young daughter, maybe 24, 20. She just died.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to the funeral. But then, usually we have grief. We have grief when we go to a funeral like that. But she said she felt she felt it was perfect. There was nothing wrong in it. It was,
Wow. Wow.
but I regret that I did not ask her in what way it is okay. It is fine. Can you can you suggest in what way?
Yeah, that conscious presence that you are, that's so loud, that's palpable, that's just so self-evident, that it's just this from which everything's appearing and disappearing, and this that's appearing and disappearing is you as the infinite, that's immortal and deathless. And so everything that's appearing is you as this invisible, formless, um, you know, beingness that never dies. And so all of this is just a play of light of you, you know, dancing with yourself. It's so no one dies. No one was born. There is no one. There's no individual already. And there is no time. So nothing happened before this. And not even this is happening. But it's like it can be almost too literal or too obvious that it's easily overlooked. um, and then identifying with what's appearing to happen can appear to make the past seem real when it was only a dream. It's even dreamlike to even think about what happened this morning. I mean, it can even look like a dream. Like, this doesn't even look real to me. It's like, so I'll tell you, when in the story this is just too obvious, and I had never had a life and nothing happened. This was just a dream, and that I am the infinite that's permeating everything, appearing as everything. I remember the way I looked at my children changed dramatically. Like, I thought that they were my finite children. Like, I thought they were these entities or these bodies that were born and could die. And but I was like, oh my God, they're the same thing. They're the infinite disguised as these children, and they never die. They were never born. I didn't even birth them. Nothing ever happened. And so it's just like I'm still absolutely in love with the appearance of the characters. Like, I adore them. Like, I'm obsessed with them. I only want to hang out with them. But but I know that they're eternal, that they are this already, this formless, pure presence, this sentience that never dies, appearing as bodies, appearing as these beautiful qualities and characteristics that we just fall in love with because we are that, we are this, we are in love. And so, like, I was looking at my son the other day, I was looking at his eyes, and I felt this overwhelming urge to cry because it was so beautiful that he's the infinite just appearing as is my son in this dream that's not happening. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, when there's that obviousness, or it's just like, I wouldn't even call it acceptance, or I mean, it's beyond all of that. It's beyond attachment or detachment. It just is everything, is all inclusively you as this indescribable absolute that can't even describe, appearing as these beautiful forms that never die. The form can appear to disappear in the dream, just like you die every night in your sleep. Where does the body go? It was a dream. It's just an idea. It's just a mental projection in your imagination. And so everyone, everything is that unmanifest, like in deep sleep, but appearing as being conscious of this. So it's all pure consciousness. It can't be separate. So this is the unmanifest, appearing as faces on a screen. Already this eternal that can never die. And there can appear to be just being head over heels in love with all of this. Like even recently thinking about my mom, like I adore, everything is being worshipped. It's all God. And so even thinking about that apparent voice over the phone not being there, is there can be a sentimental sensation, just like this feeling of Oh my God, it's so precious. It's so precious and beautiful and like fragile, like a rose, you know? And that's just the beauty of this aliveness.
Can you talk about your view of your stepdad? How it is perfect?
How it was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, well, when it was appearing, well, when I thought it was real in the dream, where uh, that did not seem perfect. I was like living in this freak show nightmare, and he was psycho and would change personalities and like 1 minute be, you know, really pleasant and charismatic, and then 1 minute like screaming 1 inch from my face, like spitting in my eyes, like, and then there was physical stuff. And so then like early age, or I think I was like 16 or something in the story, I to cope with it, I told my mom, if you want me to stay in high school, you need to meet me at the door with a 40 ounce of beer and a pack of cigarettes. So at the time, it was not cool. Yeah. Okay. So it was crazy what the, it was crazy how he was so manipulative that I had to come up with these schemes and ways to manipulate as well so that I could stay away from confrontation. And it was just like walking on eggshells. But anyway, you know, when this was recognized, and so too easy because it just already is, this this feeling I'm alive without thought, that's it. And just seeing, oh my gosh, that's already this is everything. And I am that. I'm appearing as everything, and I'm dreaming this. And then I was like, oh my God, my life didn't even happen. Holy shit. And then it was like it all flashed, kind of like, you know, the whole life it flashed like a movie. And it was like, oh my God, that was beautiful. I appeared to play all those parts. All those tricksters and all those crazy psychos and the people that I dated, and the, oh my God, I appeared as the stepdad that appeared to abuse me. And I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. It didn't happen, but I'm so happy that I thought it happened, because it's like I could see, oh my gosh, it just, that's why I call it a love story. It's just like, I wouldn't have changed any of it. It was it's total perfection. It's absolutely beautiful. And then it appeared like a movie where it was like appearing to be a process or to unfold, you know, like certain things appeared to shape the character, you know, and then this, you know, these appearances, these finite sensations, which are all just mental sensations. They're not something real or physically happening. But these finite sensations appearing and disappearing, holy shit, I just lost what I was saying. Oh my God. Hold on. It just totally disappeared. Um, it's too immediate. It's too this. um, what was the last thing that I was saying? I don't even remember. Do you? What was I even talking about?
You
The stepdad, the,
stepdad, how it is perfect. How
yeah. Oh yeah, I mean that was just like holy shit that it didn't even happen, and it's like I'm God dreaming this, and everything's me in the dream. and it's not even happening. And it's just all playful, and it's like I remember saying this is all one and just for fun. Like what else is it? Like this is just for fun. What else could it be? You are the unmanifest dancing as the appearance of the manifest in the dream. It's not even appearing as Brahman, which is one. So yeah, no separation, and so I just there was just this overwhelming love, and with even the idea of what I thought had happened, you know, because it's like it's like the recognition of love that already is this. Yeah, it's all total perfection. Couldn't have happened any other way, and just oh, that's what I was talking about. Appearing as a process, appearing to unfold. Um, so that it can appear to make sense, and it appears as like a story of waking up and like, well, this event led to this one, and this led to that, and then when she said that, it clicked, and then it's like, but then nothing ever happened. It's so cool. It's like, where is it? What's before this? It's just this timeless eternity. But how beautiful the story. It's like we long for the story. We love this. We love appearing as everything. And and there's an unlovedness with this, which is that also that, like intuitive feeling of I want to stay alive because this is fun. But you never die. That's the funny part is you're alive forever. You're not even in the body. That too. It's like that recognition. Oh my God, I don't even need a body. I'm not even inside the body. I'm dreaming the body. I'm dreaming the bodies. Wow. I mean, that's like an invincibility cloaking device. It's like, it's especially when you recognize that the body's not even conscious and the brain's not even conscious. There is nothing physical. It's all being imagined. It's all consciousness. So then it's like the physical can't even affect the mental. There is no physical.
Hermetic principle.
Hmm?
Hermetic principle.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I loved the Kybalion.
Everything is mental.
Yeah. That was like
But
one of the sexiest books I've ever read. It's beautiful. I love it.
but but when it is said everything is mental, for me it is God dreaming this universe.
Yeah.
God dreaming everything.
Which
In
you
that
are.
sense,
Yeah, you
yeah,
are that.
in that sense it is mental. It is
Mm-hmm.
mental. I mean, for me, it is mental from the perspective of God.
Mm-hmm.
But from the perspective of the characters, it is not. It is not mental. It is physical.
Yeah, it can appear to look real.
Yeah.
That's why, like Nisargadatta said, when you recognize your Pada Brahman, you own the entire universe. That's what he meant by that. It's like, and that is not some special fancy thing. I will keep reiterating that. it's too obvious. It's too the feeling I am, the feeling which you already know you are. So it's already done. There's nothing to be done. Um, yeah, too easy. Yay, guys, that was so fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Thank you. Mwah.
Thank you so much.
You guys, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.